Hello and welcome to another episode of In the Spotlight. I'm Laurel Starks, your host, and I am joined today by an amazing CDRE that we have representing us in New England. She is out of Rhode Island. Jennifer O'Leary, I am going to read to you her qualifications, which are highly, highly impressive. She's Rhode Island's first and only CDRE, and she serves a tri-state area, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, as well as Connecticut, even though she is based in Rhode Island. She's the co-owner and broker of Greenwich Bay Brokerages, which is a boutique brokerage firm right there on the water in Rhode Island. She holds designations of accredited buyer's representative, seller's representative, specialist, a pricing strategy advisor, as well as senior real estate specialist, all in addition to her certified divorce real estate expert and certified divorce specialist credentials. She is certainly no stranger to education. As a matter of fact, she holds not only a bachelor's and a master's degree, she is also a doctor of education that she obtained in 2003 in educational leadership. We are very proud to have Dr. Jennifer O'Leary on our team at Alumni. Not only does she assist our CDREs who are coming through the program, through our education program as an advisor, she's also certified to provide continuing legal education to the family law community in her area. And she is one of Real Trend's most successful agents that she was ranked number 9 for individual total sales and number 7 sales transaction in the state of Rhode Island, also honored by the Wall Street Journal. So I could go on and on, but we want to hear from you. So thank you for joining us, Jen.
Thank you for having me, Laurel.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about, you've got your own brokerage. It's a boutique brokerage, and tell us a little bit about your business and what it was like before you got into the divorce space, and what led you to come through our program.
Well, thank you. Yes, I had, as we hear with a lot of CDREs, had gone through my own divorce. And when I became a real estate agent, which, as you mentioned, comes after some other careers that I've had as an occupational therapist, a teacher in universities, a faculty member, interior design. I dabbled with that too. I found myself in real estate quite accidentally, and it was after my divorce. I had my husband now had a real estate firm, was not called Greenwich Bay Brokers. It had a different name at the time, and I got my license just sort of maybe help him. He didn't do a lot because his main profession is as a lawyer, as an attorney. But I knew that if I stayed and I liked real estate, that I would need to get involved with helping individuals who are going through a divorce sell their home, because I saw that as a need. A need I had when I was going through it. And there was nobody who specialized in it. So I thought, I'd like to be able to give back to that group if I could.
Interesting. So when you were going through a divorce and you wish that you had someone who specialized, tell us a little bit more about that. What were some of the things that you felt could have been handled a little bit differently?
It was my main concern was trust.
Mm.
I didn't feel as though I picked my agent not because necessarily her qualifications. She was very new. But I knew she would keep our situation, the divorce situation, confidential, which was going to be very important to us at the time. That was 2017, 2018. Things weren't that great in the market. And so I won't say my situation was bad. But now that I realize through alumni and our learning how it could have been different,
Mm,
um, I think I didn't know what I didn't know, and now I know it. The how we do it at alumni, where we deliver equal communication but do it separately. I could have benefited from that when I was going through a
mm,
divorce. Um, and a lot of what we do as certified divorce real estate experts, um, it, there's just a way we do it, a process we follow, the ability to know what's coming next. We're always updating our clients and letting them know, we're going from here to here, and right now we're at this step, because so much of the divorce process is the unknown. You don't know where you're going, what's happening, who's got the answers for me. And I think we come in and we give some, calmness to the situation to say, okay, here's where we're at and here's where we're going. And I'm going to let you know every step of the way where we are and where we're going next.
mm. That's something that their attorneys probably aren't necessarily able to do, or maybe don't do enough. And yeah, you're just kind of trotting along a little bit aimlessly, not really knowing what the path is, and where it's going to lead and when it's going to end. So,
Yes, it's so
yeah,
true.
yeah.
So true.
Um,
So, but to go back, you had asked me before and after. Now I think, I'm starting to approach where at times in my business, I would say maybe 40% are divorce listings. So that is a difference from where I was before. I was not doing many uh, divorce cases. Thank goodness, because now that I know what I know, I probably wouldn't have been very prepared for them.
yeah, yeah. Well, gives you a lot more confidence as well going forward. So that is great. But like you said, not knowing what you didn't know, you probably didn't realize,
Yeah.
some of the things that can be certainly done a little bit better, at least for the client end. So when you one of the things that you do for us here at Alumni is you're on our advisor team, and so you help to mentor agents as they're going through the training, and it is a pretty intense 12-week training. Um, what advice would you give to someone who is looking to get into the divorce niche? They want to, expand their business into another, add another leg to their business. And now that you have been through, you're in your third year now, as well as helping to shepherd some of our newer agents through. From that perspective, what would you tell an agent who's looking to get into this niche?
I would tell them that it is a very rewarding group to work with, but it can be tough, and it is challenging to build your business, and it takes time. And if you're not someone who is patient and is willing to put in the hard work, and realize that it's going to take time to see that work come to bloom, then it might not be for you. Having compassion for the current situation, the clients you're working with, is also very important. But if, I think we hear a lot, agents will say, oh, I want to do divorces because I'm going to get 3 transactions. And we know that in alumni anyway is a conflict, because we aren't able to remain neutral and biased during the transaction if we do more with the couple than just selling the marital home. So if you're looking at it as pure, money maker, of course, the money does come. You get lots of listings, and it's a recession proof business to build. But if you're looking at it where I think a lot of agents do, where it's, I'm going to have all these transactions that come from these two people, that isn't what we are. So to really think about it and really understand what is your motivation for going into it and making sure it aligns with our mission statement.
Yeah, that's good. Very, very good advice. Um, so shifting gears a little bit, what advice, now that you've worked in, many cases, what advice would you give to family law attorneys? What do you think that attorneys need to know about real estate, that maybe they don't, and that might even be from your own experience as well.
Yeah, I would say, you know, I wish they would bring us in sooner. Most, I think, divorces have a house or, at least one property that is going to need to be dealt with. And even though it may not be listed, to consult us, to maybe understand some of the issues that could come up down the line.
Mm-hmm.
And, as CDREs, we want to be a resource to attorneys. We're not here to just be like, give me business, give me business. We want to be part of the team. We want to be a resource. They can, phone a friend, ask us, what can you tell me about this? What should I be thinking of? We want to be able to provide education, and yes, we want to assist them when their clients have a property to sell. But to bring us in early and just ask the questions, because real estate is constantly changing.
Mm-hmm.
From one month to another, one week to another, the market can shift, and that is going to have an impact on the amount of equity that their clients are going to get out of the property. So unless you're in it and doing it every day, you just don't know real estate, and it's okay, and that's okay. That's why we're here.
Yeah, and you're right. Even the market shifting does impact even how the listing needs to show up in the market. And
Absolutely.
when the market is so hot and we've got buyers that are lined up around the block, maybe you can get away with not necessarily staging it, or going all out on making it look as absolutely impeccable, compared to markets where if you don't do that, the competition is so stiff that it is imperative to show up to the market looking your absolute best. And so, there can be all different ways that we have to shift, and we know that as agents. And you're right, it's important that attorneys do bring us in earlier. Um, what advice would you give to someone who is going through a divorce and who has a house? Um, what advice would you give to them?
Hire a CDRE to list the house. Um, you know, Interview people, make sure you're getting the right person to work with you, that understands your goals, and is competent. We have a lot of agents in this country who maybe have sold one or two houses a year. And that's not the type of agent that you're going to be wanting to work. You want an experienced, skilled agent working with you on the sale of your house. Form a team, early on with, between whoever it is that you pick as your divorce attorney. Um, who's going to be your support person to help you get through it, because a lot of times as agents, the clients want to lean on us, and we really need to focus on being able to get the house sold and make sure we get the most equity out of that house for them. And we're not necessarily the right people to be there to provide that somebody that holds you up and is there for you when you need them. So form that team, your attorney, your real estate agent, maybe a therapist, maybe a group that you go to that helps, or you pick a friend and say, can you be my rock through this? Kind
Mhm.
of really look at everything that you need, to help you move through the process, get to the other side, and realize there is life after this difficult time.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, that is great advice. And thank you very much for sharing your wisdom. And thank you for being such an integral part of our community and bringing
Thank
your
you.
knowledge, your passion, and your energy to alumni. So thank you.